Microsoft Authenticator. Update. How to set up a passkey before the deadline. Imagine waking up one morning to find that all your stored passwords have vanished into thin air. This is the stark reality that Microsoft Authenticator users are facing, as the app's password management features are being discontinued, with all stored passwords set to be deleted on August 1st. But here's the thing. This move is not just about deleting passwords. It's about revolutionizing the way we think about online security. Microsoft is shifting its focus towards Passkeys, a digital authentication method that's being hailed by security experts as the future of online logins. So, what exactly are Passkeys, and how do they work? In a nutshell, Passkeys aim to eliminate the need for complex, memorable passwords by leveraging existing biometrics, such as facial recognition or fingerprints, digital patterns, or PINs to grant account access. They operate on a two-part encrypted code system. One half is stored securely by the user, often in the cloud via a compatible verification app, like Authenticator, or on a physical security dongle, while the other resides with the service or application being accessed. This dual-key approach significantly enhances security, making it much harder for hackers to gain unauthorized access to your accounts. However, a key drawback is the requirement to set up individual passkeys for each compatible service or application, which can be a challenge for users managing multiple accounts. But why is Microsoft making this change? The answer lies in the escalating threat of cyber attacks. In a recent blog post, the company highlighted the staggering statistic that there were 7,000 password attacks per second in 2024. More than double the rate from 2023. It's clear that passwords are no longer the secure solution they once were. So what does this mean for you? If you're a Microsoft Authenticator user, you'll need to set up a passkey before the August 1st deadline. Fortunately, the process is straightforward. Many users will have already received a guided prompt to do so in recent months. If not, simply open the Authenticator app on your device. Tap on your account and select the Set Up a Passkey option, then follow the on-screen instructions. And this is the part most people miss. All your old passwords will remain synced to your Microsoft account, but you'll need to install the Microsoft Edge browser on your chosen device and log in to access them after the deadline. For iOS users, navigate to Settings, General, Autofill Passwords, and enable Edge. Android users should go to Settings, General, Management, Passwords, and Autofill Service, and select Edge. Desktop and laptop users can find their passwords by opening Edge and navigating to Settings, Profiles, Passwords. Here, you should also find an autofill toggle and an option to save new passwords. But what if you prefer to use a different password manager? You can export your Authenticator passwords by opening the app, navigating to Settings, Export Passwords, and generating an export file containing your data. Most password managers, including those built into other browsers or Apple and Android's native keyring apps, offer an import option that should accept this file. Should you encounter difficulties during the import process, consulting the customer service lines of your chosen password manager is advisable. While Authenticator will no longer manage passwords directly, it will continue to serve as a vital tool for multi-factor authentication, one-time passwords, and biometric logins for Passkey-compatible services. Its password management and autofill functions are now being consolidated within the Edge browser. It's worth noting that not all websites and applications have fully adopted passkeys yet, meaning traditional passwords will still be required in many online spaces. So the question is, are you ready to make the switch to passkeys? Do you think this is a step in the right direction for online security? Or do you have concerns about the practicality of implementing passkeys? Let us know in the comments. One thing is certain, the future of online security is changing. And it's time to get on board. Microsoft deadline, 72 hours to switch to Passkeys. The clock is ticking. You have just 72 hours to ditch your passwords and switch to a more secure alternative. Microsoft has issued a stark warning to its billion users, urging them to delete their passwords and adopt Passkeys instead. The tech giant's decision comes as account attacks surge, and it's not alone in its efforts to phase out passwords. But what does this mean for you, and how can you make the switch to Passkeys? The writing is on the wall. The password era is coming to an end. Microsoft has been vocal about its desire to move away from passwords, and this latest deadline is a clear indication that the company is serious about making the switch. But here's where it gets interesting. The Authenticator app, which has been storing your passwords, will continue to support Passkeys. So what's the difference, and why should you care? In essence, Passkeys are a more secure alternative to passwords. They're designed to be phishing resistant, meaning that even if a hacker gets their hands on your passkey, they won't be able to use it to access your account. And this is the part most people miss. Passkeys are just a replacement for passwords. They're a completely different way of thinking about security. But don't just take Microsoft's word for it. Other major providers, including Google and Amazon, are also pushing for the adoption of Passkeys. In fact, Google has already warned Gmail users that they need to upgrade their accounts, and Amazon has issued a similar warning to Prime users. The message is clear. It's time to ditch those passwords and switch to Passkeys. So what do you need to do? First, make sure you've set up Passkeys for your Microsoft account. Then, ensure that Authenticator remains enabled as your passkey provider. And here's the important part. Don't just move your passwords to Microsoft Edge or another browser-based password manager. Instead, take this opportunity to stop using those passwords altogether and upgrade the security on your accounts. But here's the thing. Not all accounts support Passkeys, and some passwords can't be replaced. In those cases, you'll need to move your passwords to a secure location. And this is where things can get tricky. Browser-based password managers, like the one in Google Chrome, come with their own set of security risks. A standalone app, on the other hand, provides a fire gap between the websites you visit and the passwords you've saved. Microsoft's ultimate goal is clear: to remove passwords completely and have accounts that only support phishing-resistant credentials. And it's not just about security. It's also about convenience. With Passkeys, you won't have to remember complex passwords or worry about getting locked out of your account. So what do you think? Are you ready to ditch your passwords and switch to Passkeys? Do you think this is the future of security? Or do you have concerns about the adoption of Passkeys? Let us know in the comments below. Microsoft Authenticator. Set up your passkey before August 1st. Brace yourself. Microsoft Authenticator is about to shake things up by ending its password autofill feature soon. If you're an avid user like many of us, you've probably seen the notifications warning that the app's password management features will become inaccessible starting August 1st, unless you're using the Edge browser. But why the sudden change? Microsoft is transitioning to a more secure and user-friendly authentication method known as Passkeys. This move is backed by security experts who believe Passkeys are the future of digital authentication. Imagine this. In 2024, Microsoft reported a jaw-dropping 7,000 password attacks per second, more than double the rate from the previous year. It's clear that traditional passwords, which have been around for ages, are becoming increasingly vulnerable. Microsoft hopes that Passkeys will mark the beginning of the end for conventional passwords. Authenticator has long been a go-to for multi-factor authentication, one-time passwords, and biometric logins. While the app will still support authentication for Passkey-compatible services, its password management and autofill functions are moving to the Edge browser. But here's where it gets controversial. Not all websites and applications have adopted passkeys yet. This means many services still rely on traditional passwords. If you haven't switched to a different password manager or set up your passkeys, don't worry, we've got you covered. How to generate a passkey in Authenticator. Passkeys eliminate the need for complex 14-character passwords. Instead, you use biometrics like your face or fingerprints, digital patterns, or pins to access your accounts. Think of passkeys as a digital key and padlock system. You keep half of the encrypted code, usually stored in the cloud with a compatible app like Authenticator or on a physical security dongle. The other half is stored on the apps, services, or accounts you want to access. The downside? You need to set up individual passkeys for each service or application that supports them. Keeping track of where you can use passkeys versus traditional passwords can be a bit of a hassle. If you've opened Authenticator recently, you might have been prompted to set up a passkey through a guided experience. If not, you can manually set up a new passkey by opening the Authenticator app on your device, finding and tapping on your account, and selecting the Set up a Passkey option. Follow the app's instructions from there. Accessing old passwords in Edge. The good news is that all your old passwords are synced to your Microsoft account. To access them after August 1st, you'll need to install the Edge browser on your device and log into it. For iOS users, go to Settings, General, Autofill, Passwords, and turn on Edge. Android users should navigate to Settings, General Management, Passwords and Autofill, Autofill Service, and select Edge. Laptop and desktop users need to open Edge. Go to Settings, Profiles, Passwords, and find the Autofill toggle and the option to save new passwords to your account. Downloading your passwords to use in a password manager. First, check out our guide on selecting and using password managers. There are many options out there, both paid and free. To export your Authenticator passwords, open the app on your device, navigate to Settings, Export Passwords, and generate an exported file containing your data. Most password managers, including those built into other browsers or Apple and Android's keyring apps, have an import option that should accept this file. If you encounter any issues, it's best to reach out to their customer service for assistance. And this is the part most people miss. While passkeys offer enhanced security, they also require a bit more effort to set up and manage. Are you ready to make the switch? Or do you think traditional passwords still have a place in our digital world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's spark a conversation about the future of digital authentication.